What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Weekly GCap, the only source you'll ever need to catch up on all the gaming news from the last week. As always, we got quite a couple stories to go through, including full recaps of Summer Game Fest, the Xbox Showcase, as well as the Black Ops 6 Direct that took place directly after, as well as the Ubisoft Forward Showcase. So, strap yourselves in, I hope you're ready. As always, if there's only a handful of stories that interest you and you want to skip ahead to those, don't be afraid to do so. There's timestamps both in the description as well as on the time bar for the video. First things first, let's go ahead and kick things off with all of the major game releases from the last week. So, June 14th, we had Monster Hunter Stories, this obviously just being a remaster, and then also available on June 14th is the Monster Hunter Stories Collection. And then after that, we have Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. And then on June 11th, we have Rocket Knight Adventures Resparked. And then on June 8th, we had the Alan Wake 2 Night Springs DLC. Not technically a new game, but still a pretty substantial DLC. So, have you guys gotten to pick up or play any of these games? Next up, Redout 2 is free on Epic Games, as well as a DLC pack for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Anyway, both of these will be free until June 20th at 11 AM EST, so you might as well redeem them because there's no better price than free. Next up, we got the second wave of June Xbox Game Pass games for you guys, those being Octopath Traveler 1 and Octopath Traveler 2, Depersonalization, Isanzo, the Callisto Protocol, although those games being available now, by the way, and then coming up on June 18th, we'll have Still Wasted Deep, which is a day one release for the service. Next up, some new games were added to Nintendo Switch Online. This coming from Nintendo of America on X. Quote, 5 classic games featuring the Blue Bomber are now available to play for Nintendo Switch Online members. These all being for the Game Boy, and those games are Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, Mega Man 4, and Mega Man 5. Some classic games right there, and I highly recommend playing them if you have not yet. Next up, we got the June PS Plus Extra and Premium games, so we're going to kick things off with Extra, those being Monster Hunter Rise, Football Manager 24, Crusader Kings 3, Monster Energy Supercross the official video game, After Us, Anno 1800, Police Simulator Patrol Officers, Far Cry 4, Lego The Hobbit, and Lego The Incredibles. Then moving up to Premium, we have Kayak VR Mirage, Lego Star Wars 2 The Original Trilogy, Ghost Hunter, and Daxter. These will be hitting the service on June 18th. And now, there's been a lot of updates to the various PS Plus tiers lately due to Sony's annual Days of Play event that just wrapped up a bit ago. So in case you missed it, here's a recap of the games that have been added to the various PS Plus tiers between the end of May with the last Extra and Premium update and now. So, in the Essential tier on June 4th, we had SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake, AEW Fight Forever, and Streets of Rage 4. And then for the Extra tier, these games all went up on different dates, so I'm not going to mention those since they're all available right now anyway. Dredge, Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2, Cricket 24, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the Definitive Edition. And then they finally added some PSVR 2 games to the service, which this wasn't a move that I was necessarily expecting, but I do think it was a very good move and should hopefully help, whether it be players that are already in the VR space with PlayStation or at least considering it, maybe this could help nudge them a little bit more, because we do know that PSVR 2 has kind of been, I guess, lacking behind, at least in terms of sales and maybe even overall game output compared to PSVR 1, so hopefully this can help things out there. But anyway, these released on June 6th, and these are for premium members only, those being Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord, Walkabout Mini Golf, Synth Riders, Before Your Eyes, which is an amazing VR game, by the way, highly recommended, and The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapters 1 and 2. And then they added some new PS2 games to the service finally. They developed a whole new emulator and everything like that, and this does work on both PS4 and PS5, but anyway, these were added on June 11th, and this is for premium members only. However, these games can be purchased outright if you don't have the subscription, and I'll go ahead and name off the prices as I list off the games. So, Tomb Raider Legend, you can either play through the subscription or pick it up for $19.99. Star Wars The Clone Wars, which is also available for $4.99, or Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, which is also available for $9.99. And then one last thing, as of May 29th, there's a game trial available for WWE 2K24, but this is available for premium members only. So, with all that out of the way, that is everything that is coming up for PS Plus, Extra, and Premium, and everything that is already released for Extra, Premium, and Essential. Next up, Yooka-Replaylee was announced. That's coming from IGN. Quote, Yooka-Laylee, the Banjo-Kazooie spiritual successor developed by former Rare developers, is getting a surprise remaster for PC and consoles. Developer Playtonic Games said the 2017 3D platformer will re-release with a visual overhaul, new controls, and camera system, as well as new challenges and secrets. The game also has a new name, Yooka-Replaylee. So they have some bullet points down below with a bunch of, descriptions about everything, but we're just going to go ahead and kind of read off the bullet points here. So, the game will feature a higher resolution and higher frame rates, new challenges, new collectibles, a brand new world map, sort of think like any open world game, for example, where you open it, you have a map, so, this game will have something like that now. new tonics, revised controls and camera, and finally, a dreamy orchestral soundtrack. The original score from famed video game composers Grant Kirkhope of Banjo-Kazooie and David Wise, who worked on Donkey Kong Country, returns but as a beautifully arranged orchestral score. So I'm really excited to hear that, and unfortunately, there's no release date at this time, but as soon as we know more, I'll definitely let you guys know, obviously. I genuinely love the original Yooka-Laylee, as well as the sequel that came out, but obviously the sequel was more of like a 2D platform with Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, but the original 2017 one, I've always enjoyed this game, so if you haven't played it yet, this would be a great way to do so, or the game is on sale often, you could go back and play it just so then you kind of have like a reference or a way to compare it to when this new remake comes out. But regardless of how you do it, it's a great game and I'm super excited for this remake, and I do recommend giving it a shot. Next up, the Visions of Mana release date was announced. They put up a trailer and the description reads, quote, "Visions of Mana is a brand new title in the series revolving around the sacred sword and Mana. Val, the protagonist, and his childhood friend Hinna, the newly appointed Alma Fire, set off on a journey to the Mana Tree. Visions of Mana is now available for pre-order on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S consoles, and PC via Windows and Steam. The game will be launching August 29th, 2024. So, at the time of recording this, that's only about a little over 2.5 months out, and I'm super excited for this. Love the Mana series, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this one. Next up, X, formerly Twitter integration, was removed from the Nintendo Switch. So, they put out a software update for the Switch, and the patch notes read, version 18.1.0. This was released on June 10th. The following updates were made for the discontinuation of X, formerly Twitter integration. The option to post to Twitter when sharing from the album in the Nintendo Switch home menu was removed. The ability to post Super Smash Bros. Ultimate screenshots from the album in the Nintendo Switch home menu to Smash World in the Nintendo Switch Online Smart Device app was removed. Gosh, that was a mouthful. The option to link X, formerly Twitter, from settings and then user settings and then posting to social media was removed, and the option to link social media accounts from my page and friend suggestions was removed. And then at the bottom it just says the usual general system stability improvements to enhance the user's experience, end quote. So for those that don't know, both PlayStation and Xbox have already done this, and now Nintendo has finally done it too, and it's just due to the fact that Twitter has raised their API prices. So for companies like, you know, Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo, if they want to have integration with X, aka Twitter, in their devices, it costs them a bit of money, but the prices went up to something absurd. I believe it was like multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars. I believe I read the number was like 200,000 per month, by the way. This isn't like per year, like literally per month. And even for smaller businesses that try to get into this, it's like 40K for them as well. So per month, once again. So yeah, that's just a ridiculous amount, and it makes sense why they would do away with this. Does it kind of suck? Yeah, because I know of a lot of people that like to just kind of share directly from their console and don't necessarily feel like, okay, taking the screenshot, getting it off the hard drive, putting it onto a device like a computer or a phone that can actually post to X, and then going through with it. You know, it's just much more convenient to just post from the console, but again, with those prices, I can't really blame any of the companies for removing integration from the consoles. And finally, you may have noticed that this show was a little light on, you know, a lot of stories and stuff like that, and it's because we have 3 entire showcases to recap, so we're just gonna go through this, and basically how I'm gonna be doing it is I'm gonna be saying the game names that were announced, as well as a release date if one was given. If I don't mention a release date or window, that means that just nothing was given at this time, and we will be covering all of these in order, in terms of like the order that the announcements happen. So, Summer Game Fest, we'll just, from the top, LEGO Horizon Adventures will be coming out holiday 2024. No More Room in Hell 2, Harry Potter Quidditch Champions, Cuff Bust, Star Wars Outlaws, which will be releasing August 30th, Neva, coming 2024, Civilization 7, coming sometime in 2025, Black Myth Wukong, August 20th, Asgard's Wrath 2, Once Human, coming July 9th, Space Marine 2, this is a Warhammer game by the way, coming September 9th, Metaphor Refantasio, I'm not exactly sure how to say that name correctly, it's going to be coming October 11th. Batman Arkham Shadow, which is the VR game, so for anybody out there that was unaware, there is a new Batman Arkham game coming, but it is VR only, so if you were hoping for a console game, don't get your hopes up. You know, I was pretty disappointed too, but fall 2024, I don't do good with VR, so I won't be able to experience this one, unfortunately, but hey, fingers crossed we'll get another console Arkham game at some point. Anyway, then they announced Street Fighter 6 Year 2 characters, Tears of Metal, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which got a release date of October 11th, Delta Force Hawk Ops, there will be a PC alpha test in July, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves coming early 2025, Mecha Break, which is releasing August 2024, but there will be a closed beta in the summer, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind, that is a tongue twister right there, but keep your eyes on this one. This is a beat 'em up in the style of Streets of Rage, or, you know, like Turtles in Time, or the latest Shredder's Revenge. Definitely picking that one up day one. Dear and Boy coming 2024, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 coming 2024, Slitterhead coming November 8th, Killer Bean going into early access sometime this year, 2024. Super excited for this one. This looks like GTA or Saints Row, except you're playing as like a bean. Yeah, it looks absolutely insane. I cannot wait to play it. Cairn, I'm not exactly sure if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. C-A-I-R-N, Cairn. Wonderstop. Unknown 9, Awakening, coming fall 2024. Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2, coming June 14th, which means that it's already out by the time you guys are seeing this. And Inotria, The Lost Song. The First Descendant, coming July 2nd. Then they announced an Among Us show coming, which that was not on my bingo card, but I'm actually really excited to see that one, I'm not gonna lie. And then Sonic X Shadows Generations, coming October 25th. Dune Awakening. Battle Aces. The Finals, which is getting new content. Alan Wake 2 Night Springs DLC, which is out now. New World Eternum. Dark and Darker. Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, which is going into Game Pass day 1, by the way. That will be out July 19th. Hyperlight Breaker. Then we saw a bit of Party Animals. Skate, which, yes, that Skate, as in, like, the next in the, the EA Skate franchise. I'm really excited for this one. This one's looking really good. Just keep in mind that this isn't going to be called Skate 4 or anything like that. It's literally just Skate, so this seems to be like a reboot or a soft reboot for the series. Power World is getting a new update June 27th. A Valorant console beta is happening June 14th. Inside Out 2, we saw a trailer of it there. Yes, the movie. Monster Hunter Wilds, which is coming 2025. And finally, they close things out with Phantom Blade Zero, which is coming sometime this year, 2024. I had a lot of fun watching Summer Game Fest, and, I would love to sit here and gush about a lot of the games that are coming out, but we have 2 more showcases to cover, so let's move on to the next one. Next up, we got a recap of the Xbox Showcase and Black Ops 6 Direct that took place. So, let's go through this. First things first, they kick things off with Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which will be coming out October 25th. Doom the Dark Ages coming 2025. This is like a prequel to Doom 2016 and shows like the Doom guy's roots per se. It looks insane. It's like medieval Doom. I'm so excited for that game. State of Decay 3. Dragon Age The Veilguard, which didn't get a release during the showcase, but it did a little bit after, and it'll be coming sometime fall 2024. No specific date, just a window there. Starfield The Shattered Space DLC. Fallout 76 Skyline Valley, available June 12th. Claire Obscure Expedition 33, coming 2025. South of Midnight, coming 2025. World of Warcraft The War Within, coming August 26th. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, still no release date, but we got another look at the game here, and it looks fantastic, as you'd expect. Sea of Thieves Season 13, coming July 25th. Flintlock, coming July 18th. Age of Mythology Retold, coming September 4th. Perfect Dark, unfortunately, no release date for this one yet. Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, coming October 8th. Fable, coming 2025. Fragpunk, coming 2025. Winter Burrow, early 2025. Mixtape, 2025. Flight Simulator 2024, coming November 19th. Elder Scrolls Online Golden Road expansion, coming June 18th. Life is Strange Double Exposure, coming October 29th. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, coming sometime in 2024. Mecha Break, again, we already talked about this, coming out in August, close beta in the summer. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, coming 2025. Avowed. Atom Fall, coming 2025. Assassin's Creed Shadows, coming November 15th. And Stalker 2, coming September 5th. And then they showed off new models of Xboxes, those being the 1TB Xbox Series X All Digital Edition for $449.99 USD, the 1TB Xbox Series S in Robot White costing $349.99 USD, and the 2TB Xbox Series X for $599.99 USD. And then finally, for the Xbox Showcase, they closed things out with Gears of War E-Day, but directly after that, they had the Black Ops 6 Direct, where they showed off the campaign, the multiplayer, which is going to feature 16 multiplayer maps, 12 6v6 maps, and 4 strike maps, as well as the return of round-based zombies. Now, for those that don't know, I'm a huge Call of Duty fan, been with the series since Finest Hour on PS2, I pre-order the games every single year, love this franchise, and as we said before, this will be releasing October 25th, so super excited for this one, and overall, it looks great. If you didn't get a chance to watch the Direct, it's only a little over 20 minutes long, like 24 minutes, something like that, but definitely recommend watching it if you're a Call of Duty fan, and even if not, they're bringing a lot of stuff to the game where it's like, alright, if you haven't dove into Call of Duty before, somehow, then this would be a great year to dive in, literally speaking. If you haven't watched the Direct yet, you won't understand, but when you do, you'll see. There's a lot of crazy new movement in the game, so, yeah, this one, it's looking really good. I mean, I'm biased, I love all the Call of Duties, they're all amazing in my mind, but you know what I mean, it's another Call of Duty I'm really excited for. And finally, we have a recap of the Ubisoft Forward Showcase that took place. So, from the top, Star Wars Outlaws coming August 30th. X-Defiant Season 1 coming July 2nd. Skull and Bones Season 2 out now, with Season 3 coming soon, and it's called Dragon's Wake. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is getting a free update and story DLC coming in September. The Rogue Prince of Persia got a new update. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake got its release window locked down to 2026, so still a ways off, unfortunately, but I'm willing to wait. You know, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, it's an all-time classic game. I absolutely love that game. And as the legendary quote goes, bad game forever bad, delayed game eventually good, so I'm willing to wait. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora Story Pack 1, The Skybreaker, coming July 16th. The Crew Motorfest, they showed off Season 5, 6, and 7, so really setting things up for the future there for that game. Anno 117 Pax Romana coming 2025. And finally, they showed off some new gameplay for Assassin's Creed Shadows, and that game is coming out November 15th. I'm really excited for this one. There are going to be 2 playable protagonists in this game, one of them being more of the stealthy approach for the female, and then for the male, it's more of the, you know, nuts to butts action that you would expect from, like, you know, the recent Assassin's Creed games like Origins or Odyssey, or especially Valhalla when we were playing as Vikings. All in all, tons of great showcases lately between the Xbox Showcase, the Ubisoft Showcase, Summer Game Fest, and we even have a Nintendo Direct coming up within the next couple weeks. And no, that isn't just me speculating or going off of rumors like all the other news channels. Nintendo themselves literally said that in a tweet, so it'll be coming out, you know, that Direct will be happening sometime within the next couple weeks, and as soon as it does, we'll do a recap here as always, but yeah, that was a lot of recapping to do. I think I'm ready for a nap, so let's wrap things up. But anyways, that's all the stories that I got for you guys this week, so I'd definitely love to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on everything that we talked about? What are your thoughts on all the showcases, really? Because that's like half of what we talked about. Just whatever it is, with everything, I'd definitely love to hear from you guys. But anyway, this is Weekly GCap. New episodes go live every single Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, so if you want to catch them as soon as they go live, well then, now you know when to be here. But anyways, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day and an amazing weekend. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.